Sixmas is back. I've been like a kid before Christmas, ticking off the days on my advent calendar, just waiting for January to tick along and get to the Six Nations. And we have just seen the first game of the 2025 competition, France against Wales at the Stade de France in Paris. And it finished, spoiler alert, here comes the results, 43-0. A big fat bagel for Wales. And what was that? 7 tries for France. A convincing victory for the French. Your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm Tim and this is Egg Chasers. And I'm still getting new people finding the channel all the time. It is just me after all. I don't have a marketing budget. I'm not a big name. It's just me. And I just love my rugby. So if you're finding me because you're interested in rugby and you've turned on this to find more about the Six Nations, hey, hit subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, leave your comment down below. These are my immediate thoughts. The full-time whistle has just blown and I haven't even processed the game. I'm just going to splurge it out to you, with you, and I'll get stuck in with you in the comments down below. So I would summarize that as France in third gear, maybe fourth gear on the odd occasion, every now and again, and yet a convincing victory. What I will say about France is individual skills that are off the charts, the skill set of their players. Well, the two things actually. The individual skills of France's players is exceptional, and the size of France's team is massive. And the two things combined are a pretty potent combination. Question about Wales. Tell me what you think. Have they improved? Because I tell you what, I was watching the first 20 minutes and I was thinking, all right, yeah, do you know what? Wales are going to take a while to develop their players, and they've got some young guys just coming in and they don't have the quality or depth, but they've got attitude and they've got effort here. And I was kind of encouraged. And I was thinking, yeah, they've improved. I don't know. I'm coming away from it with mixed feelings on that one, which I'll get into. I'll be interested to know what you think. I mean, they muscled up a bit. One of Warren Gatland's mantras is be the best at the things that require no skill. It doesn't take any skill to be fit. It doesn't take any skill to get off the line and put your head in the spokes and try and tackle people. And I thought Wales did that. I mean, look at the absolute wallop that Barassi took in the first few minutes. Rafael coming on for Aaron Wainwright, one of 2 injuries to Wales, which could be an issue for them. And Rafael coming on, putting in some big shots, scramble defence, and then turnovers and stuff. And I thought they've got something here. But I just felt overall, on the flip side, for all of the effort, France were just tactically so naive. Frustratingly naive. I'll put it this way. I was watching the game, and look, I'm saying all of this. Warren Gatland has forgotten more about rugby than I'll ever know. So, you know what? What do I know? But what I saw was a French defensive line with 14 men in the line, stacked up on the line, and Thomas Ramos, the one man who was back, wasn't very far back. Point being, there is acres of space, and the only reason France were defending with 14 in the D-line and Thomas Ramos was barely going back in the sweeper position is because Wales were so predictable. Now, kicking gets a bad rap. Some people think it's boring. It's not. It's necessary to change the picture in front of you, to move the chess pieces on the board into the position that you want them. And Wales clearly wanted to get the ball wide, but they did not do the things you need to do to engineer the chessboard so that they can actually do that and it be effective. They were just getting smashed. Compare that to France, who have got these players with amazing skills. But what do? Softened Wales up down the middle. Phase, phase, phase. Smash, smash, smash. Kick, kick, kick. And then the holes appear. And then boom, they drop the hammer. Crossfield kick pass, try. And I just found Wales really, really naive. They had lots of nice shapes. Lots of lovely depth. But just no variety. And the times that they did kick, I thought it worked really well for them. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting too far into the game. That's just some overall thoughts. I want to stay overwhelmingly positive because there was a lot of stuff to love in that game. So let me just jump back a second. Big picture takeaways. The light game at the Stade de France, that game has been upped massively. I know we saw it in the New Zealand game in November, but it just reminded me just how good it is. They know how to put on a night game in Paris, don't they? La Marseillaise national anthem is just amazing. The way the band start it and then just stop almost straight away, and it's just the crowd taking it home. The little round of applause for Mehdi Nargisi the young French player who died in South Africa while representing the French under-18s. Tragic story. Toulouse, when they went down to play against the Sharks in the Champions Cup, they went, rather than go to Durban, they went to Cape Point to go and pay their respects to Mehdi Nargisi. So, it's some months ago now, but it's clearly still very, very raw in the French rugby community. And rugby is brilliant at doing things like this. And Mehdi Nargisi was remembered beautifully in this one. And that round of applause you felt could have gone on all night. The Six Nations is back, and so is the Sage advert with Brian Habana. Yes, we know, Brian. You noticed your opponent was a little slow in the turn. Can they mix it up? Actually, I'm saying that, and I'll be disappointed when a new Sage advert comes. I'll be saying, oh, I miss Brian Habana saying that his opponent was slow in the turn. Also, do you fancy a game of Monopoly Go? Anyone else for a game of Monopoly Go? That advertising on the pitch was a little bit over the top, wasn't it? Right. Let me get on to France then. Let me talk about France. I talked about Wales and some of their deficiency. Maybe the most significant thing out of this game is Romain Ntemak back in a blue shirt, and that might be the last we see him in for a couple of weeks. His yellow card upgraded to a red, no mitigation. The referee perfectly explained it. Because he hadn't had a proper wrap, that means no mitigation can be applied for the fact that the Welsh player was falling. Therefore, it had to be a red. Head contact, I mean, I don't know, what's that? 3 weeks? He could be missing, he's certainly going to be missing the England game, you'd feel. Maybe the next match after that as well. Owen Watkin, an injury. I don't know what Aaron Wainwright's situation was, but Owen Watkins' injury looks like he's not going to be around for a while. So that's a bit of a blow. So for France, Ntemak is out, probably next week against England. Penaud and Flamont, maybe 50-50 for England. I mean, I know Jalabert's decent, but you're starting to build up a few key men in key positions for France who aren't there. And, well, I mean, to be fair, when you look at the youngsters coming in, Atis Ogby looked okay. So, yeah, out of the frying pan into the fire for whoever plays France, perhaps. Ramos as well could be the one to step up at fly half, I wonder. He was class again, isn't he? I say Wales didn't kick. Ramos just, oh man. In fact, there's a few boys in that French team that have got like howitzer boots. Atis Ogby at one point nearly hit a 22-22, let alone a 50-22. Ramos with a 50-22. They just can boom the ball. And yeah, I said that combination of like good variety of kicking. We saw the kick pass used a few times. Relentless round the corner with the heavy traffic. Those big guys, you've got Meafu, Antonio, Boudehon, Jean-Baptiste Gros. Aldrit was a carrying machine. I don't know who man of the match was, but Aldrit might have been a shout. And another one might have been, even though he only played 50 minutes, Antoine Dupont. Let the Dupont glazing begin. I make no apologies for it. I think I've described it before as I feel grateful to be alive at a time when Antoine Dupont is playing rugby. And in 50 minutes, although actually he had a poor first 5 minutes, so let's say 45 minutes, he did things that I don't think any other player on the world can do. And he did it so effortlessly. And he did things which break the rules. Like, you don't want to scrum half picking up and then just kind of crabbing across the pitch, kind of sideways and backwards. But he's so calm. It's like he's in the Matrix and time just slows down. He just sees it so much faster than everyone else that he's just so calm, got so much time. It's amazing to watch. And that, he is inevitable. Like Thanos, Dupont is inevitable. And that little kick pass for Atis Ogby's try was just sensational, as was the break that led to, is that the one that led to the other Atis Ogby try? Yeah, absolutely amazing. And he also very casually whipped that like missed 3 pass, wasn't it, to Le Bip Bip to get a try. He got a couple as well. Wales's defence was very committed. They just had no answer to the variety that France brought. And to go back to what I said at the very start, I feel like Wales are going to get a lot better. Wales were not at their, France are going to get a lot better. They were not at their best. So it's 28-0 at half-time. Mi-temps. Second half. Wales had good spells, but France can just go bosh, bosh, bosh. The South African influence. Steve Borthwick announcing his team on a Tuesday. Fabien Galtier bringing on a bomb squad on 49 minutes. Marchand comes on, scores. Gueton comes on, scores. Aldrit with a try at the end. Convincing. Bit sad to watch Wales, but I think, is there something to build on? Yeah, there's something to build on, but is it Italy next week? That's a big game. Man, that's a big game. Or is it the week after? I can't remember now. My brain is fried. Just been so excited about this, and here we go. The game's over. All I know is it's 43-0, and there's 2 more mega games to look forward to. And I will be bringing you videos on the channel right across the weekend, right through the Six Nations, from here and from at the grounds and from in amongst the fans. And so I will see you on the next one. Hit subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and throw a little thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment down below.